and welcome. VIP Access with Anyiko is today on board Air Gikosh. I know most of you are wondering what this is. This is Kenya's very fast in-flight art experience, and I'm very honored to be sitting down with one of Kenya's top commercial artists and photographers. I think he's already number one. Osborne Macharia. How are you?
I'm good, Anyiko. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. So this is Air Gikosh, an exhibition that has been going on for 2 days. This is the second day, and what part do you play in this? Because it's largely collaborative.
So I came in as a photographer and basically the creative director behind this project, just conceptualizing it from the ground to where it is right now. Yeah.
There's a group of post-colonial aeronautical engineers who you worked with and who are collecting some of the abandoned pieces of planes and putting them together into furniture. So my first question is, how did you even find this group of people?
It's fictional. They're not post-colonial aeronautical engineers. Actually, a bunch of two young artists from Kenya who actually do this. The one is called Sam Omondi and the other one is called Khan Ki. And so I remember Khan calling me one day and asking me, he wanted just to meet me at the studio. And I asked him, what do you do? He told me I deal with junk metal, Gikomba kind of stuff. He didn't actually mention Gikomba, just say junk metal. I was like, I've had it all, I've seen it all, but I was like, let me just meet him. And he showed me his work, their work, and I was like, you know what, we have to do a project together. And so they told me that they wanted to collaborate and create characters using, and the costumes would be pieces made out of furniture. So the costumes that they were going to wear will be from the plane parts. Yeah. And so I sat down and conceptualized the whole story about Gikosh and how we could tie it into Gikomba. And the story is, imagine what you normally see as Gikomba, these piles of tin trunks. Yeah. And as Nairobians, we've grown up seeing them, that it's become part of us. Like, we never even care about what we see, like it's part of our conscience. Yeah. But what if within that pile underground there was a bunker? So we try to reimagine how this craftsman would look like. So each craftsman plays a different role within this workshop. So there's a carpenter, there's an engineer, there's a sander, there's a scout, and we reimagine these characters and we brought them to life. And so Air Gikosh is a space where we're bringing all these characters into the physical space, so transitioning from fiction into reality. And people can come and interact with these characters, interact with the furniture, and be surrounded by wonderful art.
Oh my God! I thought everything was for real, like from Gikomba. But that's when you know you've succeeded as an artist. And I know that your genre is Afrofuturism. And within it, you have key principles of, I think there's fiction, there's identity, and there's culture. And when I come here and when I read my passport and think that this actually was happening in Gikosh, you've really done a good job at bringing the concept to life. What has been the feedback from most of your guests or even journalists? Did many people actually think this was for real?
Yes, I as soon as we put up the first image and we reveal the project, people are like, can you please send me their contacts? I want to speak to these guys in Gikosh. And we actually went quiet. We didn't tell them this is fiction. We just kept quiet. And the whole idea was to keep it so fictional and let people believe. And on now this exhibition, now revealed to the public, you know what, guys, everything has been fictional. But this is the furniture. So just play with guys' minds until today. Yeah. So that has been our objective, and I think we've been able to. If you've fallen trap to that, then I think we've succeeded in our objective.
But I wanted to ask you, how did you ever become this creative? Because I know so many other photographers, so many other artists, but they don't go so ham or so deep.
One is I'm sort of an introvert, so I spend a lot of time daydreaming when I'm on my own, just passive. Like, I'll be in a plane traveling or just driving somewhere and I'll just zone out and be in my own space. And it's during that time that these ideas come, and I always write them down, either on my phone or on a notebook that I have that has all my stories. I might forget about it, then later on come and just pick it up and I start to conceptualize it properly and just make sure the story itself is heavy and it's solid. Then from that, now we take it to the next phase, which is now creating the costumes, identifying which characters that we want to use. And also my work is always based on a certain theme, most times. Either things to do with inequality, FGM, conservation, the elderly. In as much as you see Gikosh is entertaining and funny, there might be a message. But this one was just purely entertainment.
Where's Gikosh going after this? Because we've only had a chance to be on board for 2 days in Kenya. So any other countries?
Actually, right now, Khan and Sam from Gikosh are actually in Switzerland, setting up in a gallery space. And it might not be as big as this, but the furniture is more. But this whole experience, it's only in Kenya that we've done it this big. Because we wanted to tell the world this is our gift to the world. You know, just do it big as it travels to the world. And so hopefully it will be Switzerland and maybe later on in Korea as well, and any other part of the world that wants to have this.